So welcome back. I'm Celeste.
And I'm Ian.
And this is A Couple Minutes.
And for those that are tuning in for the first time, the purpose of Couple Minutes is to provide a couple's perspective, biblically, of how we walk this out, including our struggles.
Our struggles.
Yes, ma'am.
Because they are real.
Yes. And so today we'll be discussing...
Show me the friendship.
Absolutely. Right. Friendship and what it really should look like from a biblical perspective.
Right. We think about the worldly friendships and everything else. Everybody's like a dog-eat-dog world and trying to get ahead and cutthroat. Well, your friends, you really shouldn't be doing that. It should be whenever one of you needs, both of you needs, a conversation just to check up on them.
Absolutely.
It shouldn't be just because you need something, you're the one always reaching out. Then when you need something, and as you like to say, you like to put a pin in it. Absolutely.
So what you're referring to is that it took me a long time, not just myself, but others I noticed would struggle with this. They would have a set group of people around, and it always seemed to be, for lack of better words, kind of a one-way relationship.
Yeah, one-way street, right.
And so I finally started, and I can't really explain why, but something just prompted me to start being more mindful of that aspect. So an example of what you're referring to is, when you text people, it's so easy for us to clear our history. Well, I started not clearing the history of that. And over a course of several months into a year, I started noticing this pattern when I'd go back and I was like, I haven't heard from so-and-so. I wonder how they're doing. I'd go back and I'd look and I realized I was the initiator of conversation for 98% of that time over the course of a year.
Not just a conversation or questions or, hey, what do you think about this scripture? What do you think about that? So yes, conversations, or asking them how they were doing or their family. And so it really was an eye-opening experience.
Right. And it's easy to start to see that there are some that want to have an understanding of your life and be involved in your life, but they're very vague and they're very distant when it comes to them. So imagine if you were trying to have accountability with someone and you're the one that's always being honest about your walk, your struggles, and everything else you're going through, and they never open up in that part of that relationship.
Ever.
Right. That's a one-sided relationship. And so you can pray for these individuals because we tend to want to keep individuals in our lives even when their season has come and gone.
Right.
And we need to be mindful to understand who these people are and what role they're playing in that process.
And they're not necessarily bad people. It's just in their walk, they've not come to some of those understandings yet.
Of understanding what it means to be
a friend. And we're also not supposed to be best friends with everyone. That was never the intended purpose either. Love them, the brother, but our inner circle is different because not all of our personalities get along. I mean, I know we're different personalities, and sometimes, a lot of times, we rub people the wrong way, and so we just have to be aware of that. We are supposed to sharpen each other, not pierce each other.
Absolutely. Right. And when the fruit starts to come about, which is contention and strife, and jealousies and bickering, all those things, we need to understand that there's something at a root cause.
Right.
And so you start looking at that, and what we found is that we've allowed individuals who we wanted to have as friends, that we wanted to keep in our lives, and even though there was clear signs that things had changed or had never developed,
right, or sabotaging and stuff,
right,
we continued to keep them in because we were being selfish in a sense. We wanted that connection. We wanted it, even though Yah was telling us that it wasn't. I mean, we've walked away from churches, from other groups and stuff because Yah said, no, it's not your season for this. It's not your time. You need to
be elsewhere.
Right.
Or those individuals, it's a toxic environment and I'm moving you.
Right.
And so being mindful of that. Now, the good thing is that we've seen numerous years, we've seen individuals that Yah has blessed us with that have been literally like brothers and sisters in our life.
Right. From different states and stuff that are
prior fellowships that we've still maintained contact and talking at least 1 to 2 hours a week and prayer requests, and we're being open with each other. And even though we haven't had an opportunity to visit again and say like from the last Sukkot and everything else, there's still a genuine love. There's still a genuine fellowship.
Right.
And it's those that you value and you appreciate. Pray for those other people that have come and gone and that were never meant to stay.
Right.
But for these individuals, these are the blessings Yah has given you, and they are so precious.
Right.
So again,
just be aware
be
that
mindful
friendship is a two-way street.
Right. Some people don't like you as a friend, but they like the benefits of having you.
Right.
And so you become aware of those things. And so you just, with the love of Messiah, you
distance yourself.
You distance yourself from those ones that are not true friends, because it should be a reciprocated process. There should be a genuine desire for wanting to be your friend.
Fellowship, yeah.
For fellowship, absolutely.
Right.
So we hope you've found this edifying, and it's encouraged you as you continue to walk out your faith as a living sacrifice unto the Most High. So on behalf of CIAN Truth Ministries, in a couple minutes, Yah willing, we'll see you again.
Shalom.